Welcome back to BT Vancouver on a Monday morning. We've been talking a lot about how different industries and businesses are going to have to adapt and evolve once the pandemic is over, and with particular focus on physiotherapy. We're going to get into that right now and bring in Andrew Hosking, a local physiotherapist. Welcome to BT, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Thor.
Now,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. We want to get into this right now. Why don't you first tell people what a physiotherapist does in terms of being an educator?
Yeah, for sure. So physiotherapists are in the category of what we call allied health professionals. So really that means any health professional that's not a medical practitioner. And people are probably aware there's sort of the big three: physiotherapy, chiropractic, and massage therapy that fit in that category, or regulated health professionals. And physiotherapists are educators, and I think we've experienced that. Well, I think I speak for a lot of physios. We've been taken by surprise with this COVID era, the experience that, yeah, we really can help our patients virtually, or using the same medium that I'm talking with you right now, through what we call telehealth or tele-rehab. And
are you taking patients right now?
Not right now, Thor, with the exception of the odd one or two that are really in great difficulties, and we feel that it's in the patient's best interests and in abiding by all the safety recommendations of the health authorities. We've elected to see them to help them through a particularly painful event.
And as a physiotherapist, you have to establish a strong relationship and a bond with each parent. So how do you sort of evolve the industry then so it doesn't become too clinical when you have to deal with these new precautions and this new way of life?
Yeah, that's a great question, Thor. I've been thinking a lot about that. First and foremost, we want to, when I say we in our clinic at Health First Physiotherapy, we want to abide by the directives of the health authority, and I think worldwide the number one objective is to get this thing under control. So we're going to do that, and in the context of having physical distancing and barriers and stringent disinfection, we want to make sure that everyone's comfortable with coming in. How we're going to soften that? We're going to put up some different pictures, unlike what I've got behind me, sort of anatomical charts. We're just going to have some other artwork, and if kids are coming in, make sure that there's things for them to look at and feel comfortable with too.
Talk to us about the impact, because patients have had less access to care. Business revenue has gone down for physiotherapists. Just explain that to us a little bit.
Yeah, so that's the certainly the downside. As a clinic owner, it's been a huge hit, sort of in that 70 to 80% revenue drop range in the last couple of months. So that's very upsetting. On the patient side, it's very difficult for them because physiotherapists are a key health practitioner in the system in looking after musculoskeletal injuries, so things like sprained ankles and back pain. And the reason that it's important is those sorts of things can have a dramatic impact on people's function. Right. So breakdown in the musculoskeletal system, breakdown in function. So we've had less opportunity to help people out in that sense. But as I mentioned before, we've actually had more opportunity than I expected, and I think many of us expected, in what we can do helping people just by educating and showing them what to do using telehealth and tele-rehab.
Right. Excellent. Well, we'll leave it there on a positive note. I'm glad that you're staying optimistic and seeing the silver lining in all this, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Thanks very much, Thor.
All right,
thanks,
Andrew, good luck there. That's Andrew Hosking, local physiotherapist, and we're looking at the impact that industry is facing amid and after the pandemic. Coming up in entertainment.